Adam, what are you hearing about Aaron Rodgers, and is Minnesota in play?
I think Aaron Rodgers right now. I think the primary options are the Steelers and the Giants, and then does he want to play before we even get to Minnesota, right? Like
Hmm.
I know I know that I think people have come to the conclusion that he wants to play, but to me, this shouldn't be that hard, right? Like the Steelers want you, the Giants want you. We're seeing players across the league make decisions. It shouldn't be that hard. Either you want to play
Hmm.
or you don't. You want to play Pittsburgh or you don't. You want to play in New York or you don't. Like, sure, what are you going to have for lunch? You make a decision, you're going to drag it out for 4 days, 5 days, a week. Like, it's not that hard. Make the decision
Hmm.
and live with it, right? Like, never going to be perfect. Um, and so my guess is he wants to play. My guess is Pittsburgh's the leader. But I don't know what Aaron's thinking right now. Um, and he's a tough guy to predict. Well, how did Mark Murphy describe him? He's a complicated fella.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah, I'd tell you to text him, but I know last time you did that didn't go over so well with
Yeah.
him. So,
No.
do you have any estimation on a timeline for Rodgers?
I was told yesterday it was going to be some time. Now, I don't know what some time that was told. That was yesterday morning. Okay, so what is some time? Is sometime a day? Is it a week? Is it a few? I don't know what some time is. So I was not expecting yesterday ever. Today's a new day and anything's possible. But it doesn't seem like what are these teams going to do? It's not like they're waiting on Aaron Rodgers and they need an answer because they need to go on to Tom Brady. Like okay, so you don't get Aaron Rodgers. Do you want to do Marcus Mariota, Joe Flacco, Carson Wentz? Like
Yeah.
okay, like there's no rush. Like everybody wants solution and clarity, but what are we rushing to? There's no reason to rush. So
Hmm.
therefore, Aaron can sit back and take whatever it is, a few days, a couple of weeks, whatever it is. I don't know how long he's going to take. I have no idea if he's in some darkness retreat and some ayahuasca. I have no idea where he is, and but he's going to go through his process, and he'll come up with whatever it is that he wants to do.
Do you think that means Minnesota is comfortable trotting out J.J. McCarthy next year as their starting quarterback?
Yeah, I'm not including Minnesota in the Aaron Rodgers conversation until I have a reason to have some form of evidence that that's something that we need to take realistically. Now, there are no absolutes this time of the year. Anything could always happen, but I just don't view that as a primary option right now. Minnesota, to me, is setting sail with J.J. McCarthy. I think people forget he was the 10th overall pick in the draft. He was competing last year to where he very well might have been the starting quarterback in opening day. He'll have spent the year in Minnesota getting acclimated. They're counting on him to be their starting quarterback. That like I was on air yesterday with Jeremy Fowler, and I saw somebody else. JJ McCarthy's the likely. Like who's more likely than JJ McCarthy to start for the Vikings next year?
Yeah.
Nobody.
No idea. Yeah.
Nobody.
No, you're right.
Nobody.
Um,
It's going to be JJ McCarthy. He's their guy.
yeah. What's the deal with Ayuk?
They would have been open to trading him. Haven't been able to find a trade partner.
Why
So
that? They just signed him last year. I know he tore his ACL, Adam, but what?
yeah, have you seen all the players that they're moving on from? They were
Yeah.
hoping to avoid some. They were hoping to avoid some of this. They were hoping to be a bit more active in free agency. They were hoping to bring back Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hafanga and make some of these moves that they couldn't do because they were cap strapped. In part because of a lot of contracts, but that
Yeah.
contract was a part of it. So if they could have freed themselves from that contract, um, they would have been open to doing that, but they could not find a taker. So right now, unless something changes, it looks like Brandon Ayuk is going to be in San Francisco.
Shefty, I do have to jump in here for Gabe. He did send me a text message. I know you and him talk golf, and it's a big weekend with the players happening. He wants me to let you know that 14 of the last 16 winners of the players played early on Thursday and late on Friday. So you need to pick someone teeing off on Thursday morning for the players. I looked at it.
Hold on, repeat that. Repeat that. Hold on. I'm sending that to my group because we if you 14 of the 16,
last
14 of the 16.
Yep, 14 of the
Yep.
16 last winners of the players teed off early on Thursday and late on Friday. So you want to pick someone teeing off Thursday morning for the players.
That was already actually the guy that I nominated is in that category.
Yeah,
so
because
he fits that description.
Perfect. Then we're on it. We're good to go. Do you know who you're going with yet?
Not yet. No, it's always up for debate in the group. So I'm just looking right now at the early tee times. Like the early tee times, Aberg, Matsuyama, Justin Thomas, Corey Connors, Russell Henley, Shane Lowry, Victor Hovland, Thigala, Wyndham Clark, who I also like him actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of options there.
The afternoon guys, which it would not favor, right, would be
Rory Scheffler, Xander.
Yeah, Rory Scheffler, exactly. Keegan Bradley, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Cantlay. Yeah. So anyway,
all right. There's your golf nugget. Even when he's not here, Gabe Neitzel provides. Schefty, appreciate the time as always. We'll catch up with you next week.
Guys, have a great week. Thanks for having me. We'll talk to you next week.